Hi, I'm Kiara and I'm going to be reviewing The Young Elites by Marie Lu. This story follows the young Adelina who develops powers in a high fantasy world and ends up as a captive of the Inquisition, a power that's trying to defeat what they call the young elites, who are just young children with really cool powers. So what I really liked about this book was I'm a big Marie Lu fan, and I really like her writing style. She also created a really beautiful setting that had a really great glittering backdrop. I also really liked the relationships in this book. There was definitely some very interesting dynamics between characters that had layers that actually did not need to be explained, and I found that you could just sit with the mystery of the relationship and still understand it. I also liked that there was enough characters, that there was some interesting dynamics and some miscommunication, but there was not too many characters that you couldn't keep track or remember their names. I also really liked that it was definitely a more realistic view as to if children actually had powers, how adults and people of power would react to that. And there was definitely a lot of focus on politics and the dynamics between leaders and people who held the power, which I found was very interesting because usually high fantasy books tend to skip over that a bit. They're just like, oh, I'm just going to conquer the throne now. I also really enjoyed the fact that it was definitely a more realistic way of getting to the top, because a lot of the book focuses on trying to bring down the evil, as they say, but in the process it kind of becomes who's good and who's evil. There's a lot of plot reversal, which is, I liked that, and I also liked that there was definitely a darker vibe to this book than Marie's previous books, and I really enjoyed reading the darker side and the fact that everybody with great power comes great responsibility, and most people who are very powerful have an Achilles heel. And I think she does a really good job of portraying Adelina with a very large Achilles heel that affects her relationships a lot. Everybody check out The Young Elites. It's absolutely fantastic.